First revealed a year ago and initially scheduled for a mid-2024 model year release, the CB1000 Hornet has seen some delay in getting from the show stand to the showroom, but the end result looks set to be well worth the wait. Powered by a 150 horsepower Fireblade-derived engine, the CB1000 Hornet comes with an even hotter SP version producing 155 horsepower and featuring Öhlins and Brembo parts, all while staying under the £10,000 mark, creating a duo that looks hard to beat when you consider the value for money. At £8,999, the CB1000 Hornet represents remarkable value for money in anyone's book, undercutting its much less powerful rivals with very few compromises to justify its low cost. Although it's £1,000 more expensive, the CB1000 Hornet SP could be an even better deal, with its Öhlins rear shock, Brembo Stylema brakes, an extra 5 brake horsepower and a quickshifter. Both models are expected to be in dealerships in January next year. While the standard CB1000 Hornet will be available in 3 different color options, red, gray and white. The CB1000 Hornet SP model will be offered only in matte metallic black with gold rims and forks. The engine in the CB1000 Hornet needs little introduction. It's derived from the 4-liter engine that powers the CBR1000RR Fireblade from 2017, and continues a tradition of filtering the latest generation of superbike engines into much more affordable naked street fighters. Honda was one of the pioneers of this practice nearly a quarter of a century ago with the original Hornet 900, which used a variation of the original Blade's engine, and it's a tactic that's as effective as ever. The CB1000 Hornet version of the engine carries the same 76mm bore and 55.1mm stroke as the old Blade, but the compression ratio has been reduced from 13:1 to a more modest and emissions-friendly 11.7:1, and the current performance has been shifted down the rev band to make it more accessible thanks to new camshafts and different valve timing. The result is 150 horsepower at 11,000 rpm and 76.7 lb-ft of torque at 9,000 rpm, while the old Blade version produced 189 horsepower at 13,000 rpm and 85.6 lb-ft of torque at 11,000 rpm. Step up to the SP version and the gap narrows slightly, peaking at 155 horsepower at 11,000 rpm and 78.9 lb-ft at 9,000 rpm, thanks to a different exhaust that features a servo-controlled valve in the muffler that opens to release the gas flow at 5,700 rpm. The 6-speed transmission is again borrowed from the previous generation Fireblade, but with Hornet-specific gear ratios. It's operated via an assist/slipper clutch and is standard on the SP and optional on the base model, with a quickshifter with 3 levels of adjustment and an automatic warning signal for downshifts. There are 3 levels of engine power and engine braking on both models, plus 4 levels of traction control divided into 5 riding modes: Rain, Standard, Sport and 2 user-configurable presets. There's also standard wheel lift control. The CB1000 Hornet's main chassis is a twin-beam steel chassis, and while that may not sound as exotic as the aluminium designs on some rivals, Honda says it has a full 70% more torsional rigidity than the previous Blade-derived naked bike, the CB1000R. The 1,455mm wheelbase is the same as the CB1000R, as is the 25-degree rake, and Honda says that by moving the engine forward, along with components such as the rear shock and battery, weight has been shifted to the front. Both versions use radial mount, 4-piston front calipers on 310mm discs, while the basic Hornets kit is from Nissan, while the SP uses Brembo Stylema parts. The rear Nissan single-piston caliper and 240mm disc are shared across both versions, and while there is 2-channel ABS, it's not the sophisticated, lean-sensitive kit that's increasingly common even among relatively affordable bikes. The relatively upright, street fighter riding position, wide, 790mm handlebars and sensibly positioned foot pegs bode well for the Hornet's comfort, and even the passenger bolster looks quite serviceable, but final judgment will have to wait until you ride the bike. This is where the SP's Öhlins rear shock could shine, of course. In terms of economy, both the standard CB1000 Hornet and the SP version claim identical figures of 47.7 miles per gallon, and with a 17-liter tank this equates to a theoretical range of 178.5 miles. The 5-inch color TFT screen with phone connectivity has become the modern equivalent of a standard watch set, and the CB1000 Hornet delivers exactly that. Other features include full LED lighting with dual projector-style headlights and an emergency stop signal, ESS function that automatically flashes the hazard lights during heavy braking.